Okay, so let's get into refund your client or stand your ground. What do you think, Olivia? You ran a boutique.
Yeah.
So what was your boutique's policy? Did you refund? Well, it's closed, so it's a little bit different, right? Because it's an item.
Yeah, for us was exchanges. No refunds, but exchanges.
Oh, you guys didn't do refunds. Did you do exchanges for a certain period of time?
Yeah, for 30 days. The only thing we wouldn't exchange is the intimate apparel. I mean, we don't want to take that back.
Yeah, because that's gross.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if someone came in after the 30 days? Did you stand your ground?
Yeah.
You did?
I did. Sometimes it depends on the situations.
Yeah.
It's sometimes case per case.
Case per case, yeah. So did you get anybody really pissed off?
I have. And sometimes it made me mad because they would call corporate and then corporate would call me back. Oh, just go ahead and give it to them.
Yeah,
and
when corporate tells you these are the rules, follow the rules, and then you have to stand there and like get wind in your face from someone all angry because you're following corporate rules, and then corporate just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. I know. And it sucks, it sucks dealing with, people, and telling them no. I mean, but anyway, I used to be, I'm going to admit it. I used to be feisty. I used to stand my ground, man. I did. I did not want to refund anybody, and because I felt I wasn't wrong. I did the work. I mean, you signed a consent form. I can't help that your skin's all oily and doesn't take pigment as well as we would have liked it to.
Yeah.
Or
that's why those consent forms are important.
Those consent forms are very important, but you just get some people that push you, and then they threaten you with like lawsuits and this and that and the other. And I would stand my ground, and I was very feisty, and I felt I was on the right side. I felt I was right. I spent 2.5 hours doing that eyeliner. I touched her up. Her skin was challenging, and it just didn't stick as well as it should, but I did all that work. I invested in that work, and they just feel like they should just get all their money back. And I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel that way. It really used to actually just kind of piss me off. I mean, you don't get your money back if, Botox, you don't freeze the way you want to freeze with Botox. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just say, well, buy another vial of Botox. Let's just put more in. So there's just so many similar scenarios where you don't get your money back, if you weren't like happy with the result or it didn't meet quite your expectations. And when we're tattooing skin, we never know how the skin's going to take, right? I mean, we don't know. We don't know until we know. And so anyway, so I used to really stand my ground, and I just would not budge. Didn't want to refund anybody. And if I felt so offended, like if I had to refund somebody. And that, and truth be told, it caused me a lot of anxiety and a lot of angst, right? Because some people don't back down, and it's like you're blowing up your phone and this and that and the threats. And I would just stand my ground. I'm like, I'm not refunding you, and I'd block them and this and that. And I was like, and then finally they go away and I'd be like, yeah. I didn't have to refund him, Kat, she's gone. But then I don't know as if you just get exhausted or maybe it was, I met my match, and it's when I was up at the salon I was at. And I had a client, and it was a lip procedure. And I just couldn't get it dark enough. You could see that color, but she had unrealistic expectations. And I was very clear in her consult, and working on her and all the way through that, I might not be able to get that dark, but we're going to get some good color on her. And she did tattoo very well. And I got lots of color healed in on her. I used big mags, 11 mags for lips. And so got a lot of color on her. And, but she wasn't happy. And she was a referral from another client who I love dearly. And so I didn't anticipate, even though she was a little particular, you know, with how dark she wanted it, because she was referred from a client that that I thought was awesome. I couldn't foresee any issues, you know, per se. But, you know, but her email after she healed, it wasn't pleasant. You know, so sometimes when they don't get as much color as they want, you know, they don't reach out to you and let you know that nicely. Sometimes they're not very nice. They're really snatchy and kind of rude about it, right? And so that was her. She was just very rude and very snatchy. And I was like, you know, hey, you know, we'll do another session, you know, and I can't really go any darker as far as color. I've got you, because she wanted it like pink, like a pinky berry color, but very vibrant. And I was using organics. And so, you know, I told her another session, you know, layer on some more color, and that might, you know, bump you up a little bit and get you where you want to be. But again, you know, the lipstick you're showing me, you want that. That's not realistic. You know, that's topical. What I'm doing, I'm putting it in the skin, and it's covered by layers of skin. So you're just not going to quite get that. I mean, come on, lady, don't you get it? I mean, I thought I explained myself really well. Yeah, but so anyway, you know, I do her second session, and so, you know, I'm down in Huntington Beach and I'm on a vacation, and I get this god awful voicemail, you know, and it was horrible. And me and Kat were at the beach, and we were on the beach. So it was hard to hear. And then, you know, I got to my hotel room that night, and I listened to the voicemail and ruined my whole damn vacation. But she just went off the deep end, and wanted her money back and demanded that I call her. So I texted her, I'm on vacation, can't speak now, be back, blah, blah, blah. That wasn't good enough. So she kept blowing up. So I had to block her because she just went crazy. And when I get back to work in the salon owner told me that this particular woman had been coming in, obsessive. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. So I call her back, and she wants a refund. And I'm like, I'm not refunding you. You know, you signed your consent forms, this, that, and the other. And I was very honest with you. I've done the work. Your lips look great. You're just, you know, you're just not going to get like neon, you know, lipstick looking. And so she tells me, Olivia, she on the phone, she tells me that, and this is no lie, she tells me that her son has been in prison for murder for like 18 years and is getting out. Yeah, like next month. Yeah, no joke. So I call my friend, my other client that referred her, and I get on the phone with her, and I'm like, I tell her what I just heard, and she was like, I'm so sorry. It's true. Her son went to prison for murder. Yes, it's all true. And I'm so sorry. She's been also complaining to me about you. I've been trying to calm her down. I don't know what's going on, Taryn. Something's going on in her personal life. I don't know if she's being treated for something. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's apologizing. And this lady kept threatening me, you know, and I mean, really? Like, her son's in prison. This is what she tells me. And so I get scared, you know. And so, so I contact my lawyer. This is why we should all have lawyers. And so my lawyer is like, refund the lady, but I'm going to send you a release form. Don't give her any money back until she signs a release. You know, have her come into the salon and have a witness. I don't want you there alone with her. And so I did all that. So I emailed her a release. She didn't want to sign it. So then my lawyer sent her an email saying, you want your money back, honey, sign the release and it's done. You'll walk away and I'll walk away alive. And so we did all that. She came into the salon. I had to see her like one more time. Wow. Yeah. To, you know, get the form, you know, and hand her check. And then that was that. She left me alone. That's all she wanted. But that was a real lesson for me. And that all that could have gone away. I didn't have to spend weeks dealing with this person if I had just refunded her. And so that changed me. And it wasn't long after that I had another difficult client and tried not to refund her. And I could see it was going to go sideways and go bad really quick. She, someone else not, maybe not as stable as me. And so, yeah, that was a turning point in my career where I just refund people. It's easier. So, whether you want to refund your client or stand your ground, I guess that depends on your tenacity and your mental and emotional strength and the type of person you are. Because just know that you don't really know that person and the extent they'll go to in order to recoup their money, get their money back. They could become, they could stalk you online. They could set up all kinds of fake accounts and start writing bad reviews. They could threaten you. They could do lots of things. They can show up at your studio. You just don't know people and what they'll do. And so for that reason, I just refund people. And again, it's rare someone asks for a refund. It's very, very rare. It doesn't happen that often in your business, but it does happen, from time to time. And well, you know that, Olivia. We had one, a while back, and that was our first one in probably 4 or 5 years. And I just will refund them. But I would suggest that you never refund them without a release. They have to sign a release. And what that release protects you, that they cannot come back and try to get more money. They can't speak negatively about your business. They can't go online. It's almost like a code of ethics that they agree to follow and abide by, and you as well, for refunding their money back. And like I said, it just protects you. So refund them. I think it's just easier unless you're a fighter. And, but for me, it's just easier. I just don't want that anxiety, because you take it home with you, and it can make you sick to your stomach. It can make you not sleep. So what it does is it causes you to think and think and think about someone constantly that you now don't even like. You don't even like, you want nothing to do with, and, you just want her gone. You just want her to go away. So if you just refund her, that will happen. She'll go away.
Yeah.
You're no longer thinking about her. Problem solved. And for newbies that, I get every dollar counts. And that might be one of the reasons too I fought not to refund. I started out like everybody else, broke, no money, and every dollar counted. So, once you deposit that money in your account, way back when, it was very hard for me to take it back out because I needed it. You needed it, to pay your bills and whatnot. So it's hard, but I don't know. I just found it harder to deal with these people that will take it to extreme in order to get their money back.
Yeah. I feel like you just can't let someone ruin your peace of mind, because that's all it is peace of mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's peace of mind. And I think that's worth way more money, right? You can't put a price on your peace of mind, like you said, Olivia, your peace of mind, right? And, that's just the way it is. So I don't know. Give the money back. All right. So that's my 2 cents on that. And some people may not agree with me, but I see that come up all the time on the Girlz Inc. board. That question comes up all the time. They'll say this, they'll outline the situation. And a lot of times we're refunding someone that, we're right.
Yeah.
We're right. You know what I mean? But it's just easier sometimes, man. It just really, really is. So, and that can suck, refunding and writing that, refunding somebody that, you're right.
It's because sometimes you just can't reason with difficult people that don't want to listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And there are unstable people out there.
Yeah.
that, you know, have short fuses and they're unstable. You know, they walk around with a lot of anger. You know, they got a short fuse and they're you know, there's no reasoning with them. Maybe they don't have good coping skills. I don't know, you know, but, you know, just refund them.